fanfiction is purely imaginary and not affiliated with BTS or Big Hit Entertainment only for entertainment purpose. The sound of speakers squeaking against the polished court and the cheering of the crowd filled with gymnasium as Taehyung found his seat near the front row. He adjusted the oversized jersey he was wearing, his brother's team jersey, feeling oddly proud to support his brother. It was not every day he got to see his brothers play, and despite their occasional bickering, family loyalty came first for him. What he didn't know, however, was who his brother's team was playing against. Seriously, Taehyung muttered under his breath when he spotted him. Jungkook. Of course, it had to be Jungkook, his childhood nemesis, struttering on the court like he owned the place. The crowd roared in excitement as Jungkook greeted his teammates, a smirk grin plastered on his annoyingly handsome face. Taehyung tried to sink into his seat, hoping Jungkook would not notice him. But fate, or maybe, just maybe, Jungkook's uncanny ability to sniff out any opportunity to annoy him was not on his side. Midway through warm-ups, Jungkook's eyes locked onto him. Taehyung felt his stomach drop as Jungkook's smile faded into a scowl. He marched off the crowd court straight towards him, his tall frame cutting through the crowd like a predator closing on his prey. When Jungkook stopped in front of him, the tension was so thick it silenced the people nearby around them. Take off that jersey, Jungkook growled, his voice low but dripping with anger. Before I rip it off your body. Taehyung blinked stunned. Excuse me? You heard me, Jungkook said, crossing his arms over his chest, looking expectantly at Taehyung. His eyes burned with frustration and his jaw tightened. I am not letting you sit here wearing that. What's your problem? Taehyung shot back, standing up to meet his glare. His shyness evaporated in the face of Jungkook's audacity. It's my brother's team, and I am supporting him. What the hell is wrong with you? Unlike you, I actually care about my family. This is not about your family, Taehyung. Jungkook hissed, stepping closer to him. It's about the fact that you are wearing their jersey while I am on the other side. Jungkook's jaw clenched, his hands balling into fists at his side. You think I am going to stand here and let you wear that? Why are you in my side? While you are in my side and I will let you wear that? Take it off before I do it for you. Taehyung's heart raced, a mix of anger and nervousness flooding in his chest. You are insane, he muttered, trying to step back, but Jungkook closed the distance between them in an instant. I warned you, Jungkook said, his voice dangerously low. Before Taehyung could process what was happening, Jungkook's hand gripped the hem of the jersey. In one swift motion, he pulled it over Taehyung's head, leaving him in the plain white t-shirt he had underneath. Jungkook! Taehyung hissed, his cheeks flaming red as he tried to snatch the jersey back, but Jungkook held it out of his reach, a smirk grin tugging at his lips. You look better without it. Jungkook said, his tone softer but laced with something possessive that sent shivers down Taehyung's spine. Give it back, Jungkook. Taehyung demanded, his voice trembling with frustration. But instead of complying, Jungkook leaned in, his face so close that Taehyung could feel the heat radiating off him. No, Jungkook murmured, his dark eyes locking onto Taehyung's. You are mine, Taehyung, not others. Don't ever forget that. Before Taehyung could respond, Jungkook's lips crashed against his in a fear-possessive kiss. Taehyung froze, his hand instinctively gripping Jungkook's jersey as if to push him away. But his knees felt weak and his resolve crumbled under the intensity of the kiss. The crowd around them seemed to vanish, the noise fading into the background as Jungkook's hand cupped Taehyung's face, holding him close as he was afraid to let go. When Jungkook pulled back, his lips were slightly swollen, his breath warm against Taehyung's flushed cheeks. I will let you wear my jersey, Jungkook whispered, his voice low and teasing. But this one? Never again. I win against your brother. You owe me one, Taehyung, Jungkook said, his voice dripping with playful arrogance. He leaned in closer, eyes locked on Taehyung's, a smirk tugging at the corner of his lips. And by one, I mean one kiss, a real one kiss. Taehyung's eyes widened, a flush creeping on his neck. You are impossible. Jungkook chuckled, brushing a thumb lightly across Taehyung's cheek. Better hope I lose them. Taehyung stood there, stunned and breathless, as Jungkook turned and strode back towards the court, leaving him with nothing but the stolen jersey and the lingering taste of his kiss on his lips. Jungkook smirked as he sang the final shot, the ball swishing cleanly through the net. The crowd erupted into cheers, but his eyes never left Taehyung's, even as Taehyung's brother groaned in defeat, wiping the sweat off his forehead. Jungkook's focus remained on the flush boy sitting on the bleachers. The game ended and Jungkook strolled over, his confidence radiating in waves as he was still slightly out of breath, his jersey clinging to his damp skin, but his grin was pure mischief. You owe me, Taehyung, he said, voice smooth and laced with teasing arrogance. Taehyung's cheeks turned an even darker shade of red. I thought you were joking. Jungkook leaned in closer, the scent of his cologne mixed with his sweet sweat, making Taehyung's head spin. I told you, if I won, I had claimed my reward. Oh, I really never joke about my victories, Jungkook replied, his voice dripping in octave. So, about that French kiss? Taehyung's eye widened. Are you insane? He glanced around nervously, his hands gripping the hand of his jersey, which belongs to Jungkook, by the way. Jungkook pulled Taehyung towards him, his smirk growing with every step. Without a word, he grabbed Taehyung's wrist, pulling him onto the court. Jungkook, what are you doing? Taehyung stammered, his voice barely audible over the noise around the court. Claiming my reward, Jungkook Jungkook said simply, his voice loud enough to catch the attention of everybody nearby. Before Taehyung could protest, Jungkook carved his face, tilting it slightly and closed the distance between them. Gasp! Ripples show the crowd as Jungkook's lips met Taehyung's in a slow, deliberate kiss, his tongue teasingly brushing against Taehyung's as Jungkook's tongue exploring all the corners of Taehyung's mouth, making him whimper and moan breathlessly. Taehyung's mind went blank, his hands clutching Jungkook's jersey for balance as the kiss deepened. Jungkook didn't pull back until Taehyung was throughoutly breathless and his face was a deep crimson shade. The court fell silent for a moment before erupting in the showers and applause, people hooting around. Taehyung buried his face in his hand, mortified, as Jungkook threw an arm around his shoulder, clearly revealing the attention. Taehyung peeked through his fingers, cheek burning as he noticed the mixed reaction into the crowd. Some were cheering, some looked shocked, and others had their phone out, recording the entire scene. You are shameless, Taehyung hissed through, showing slightly at Jungkook's chest. Jungkook only laughed, tightening his around Taehyung's shoulder, pulling him closer. Shameless enough to prove a point, he said, leaning in to whisper Taehyung's ear, his warm breath sending a shivers down Taehyung's spine. Everyone knows you are mine. Yours? Taehyung sputtered, trying to pull away, but Jungkook held him firmly in place. Of course, Jungkook replied casually, his grin only widening. You kissed me back, didn't you? Taehyung opened his mouth to argue, but no words came out. His silence only fueled Jungkook's confidence as he turned to the crowd, raising a hand in mock applaudiment of the cheers. Alright, show's over, Jungkook called, waving them off. Let's find something else to gawk at as the crowd began to disperse, still buzzing with gossips. Taehyung finally managed to pull away, his glare sharp despite the lingering redness on his face. You are impossible, Jungkook. Do you think it won't before you act? Really? Seriously? Jungkook tilted his head, pretending to ponder the question. Not when it's come to you, he admitted with a shrug. Taehyung groaned, covering his face again. I hate you so much, idiot. Jungkook's voice dropped to a low, possessive growl, the words leaving no room for doubt. You are already mine, Taehyung, and I will make you feel it every single time. Just that, Jungkook realized that his biggest rival was the only person he ever wanted to win. This is the end of the Kook FF one shot. Do check out other playlists and one shots and videos and follow, like, share, subscribe for more. Thank you. Annyeong. Stay tuned for more one shots.